So I've been fortunate enough to go viral continually with the kayaking business. We have over like 400 million views.
Yeah, the content is obviously so conducive. Yeah. If you were selling concrete, it wouldn't be as easy. Yeah.
Part of the thought process, in my daily work is like, how do I convert more of that to actual business?
By taking the content that's gone viral and slightly tweaking it and making it the collateral that you advertise against.
Okay.
Let me say that one more time for everyone. The greatest thing about organic social right now is the algorithms are not based anymore on what they used to be, which is like your followers. It's now based on the content. So social for the first 15 years was more about like email marketing. Build a list, market to it, get a percentage of them to do stuff. Over the last 2 years, we are fully in the process of the TikTokification of all social. Kind of why I invested in Tumblr. I invested in Facebook and Twitter for the email thing. I invested in Tumblr for the content thing, meaning the social graph used to be based on your social network. Now social media could actually be called interest media because it's based on the interest graph. The Shed could have 19 followers on LinkedIn tomorrow and decide it wants to go, and the first post could get 1 million views if the post itself was good. So you have affirmation from the world that they like this video. Now, 2 things come to mind. One, does that equally mean that they want to buy? No. And then 2, that part you can't control. The part you can control is say, okay, this video got 4 million views organically on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Let me now retake that video and make it much more hard hitting. I'm gonna put a banner at the bottom that says, order now, discount this, let me change the copy. So taking the viral creative and turning it into an ad. The viral creative is building brand, the ad is building performance. We call this brandformance, right? Taking something that's gone well organically and turning it into a conversion, a ticket selling ad, excuse me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jumping over to like the franchise side of it, the franchisor side of it, how would you go about selling franchises?
By making content on LinkedIn at scale.
Okay.
You should be putting out 3 posts a day on LinkedIn saying the same 7 things, 7,000 different ways of why they should work with you.
Okay. Fair enough. We put out a bunch of content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Instagram's impossible.
Yeah.
Right, like everything's about day trading attention. 2023 Instagram is not 2014 Instagram. Right, Instagram's impossible, meaning all that these social networks are is supply and demand. The reason I'm always loud once every 4 years is something is starting to have a lot of demand that doesn't have enough supply yet. Enough of you have been in my circles of content consumption that all of you can probably remember 4 years ago. I'm like TikTok, and I mean everyone across the board is sad that they didn't listen to me. Even if they did it, they didn't do it I didn't do it as hard as I thought I wanted to. As I wanted to. It's like this almost unachievable game. Every time, I remember promising myself after Instagram that the next Instagram, that I was gonna actually go 100%. Not 99, I was gonna stop. I was gonna let them all run the agency for a year. I am gonna go 100%. I literally see TikTok when it's Musically, when we were fucking in Park Avenue. Yeah. I'm like, I got it. And I went like 49%. So I know all of you went 12%. So it's because it's supply and demand, I apologize. It's like real estate. Like when TikTok popped, that was like Malibu popping 100 years ago, and like, do you wanna buy beachfront property? Because by the time you get to Instagram today is like buying, you're not even in Malibu anymore. That's how far out, it's so mature. What happens is more people, today, more content will be produced for Instagram than any day in the history of Instagram. However, in the last 4 years, 20 to 40% of that attention has gone onto TikTok. They've lost attention. Today, more ads will be spent on Instagram than any day in the history of Instagram. Ads take up more attention. There's organic, there's ads, and there's attention. Very simple framework. So Instagram today is really hard. The only way you hack it is the stuff I talk about. Best practices of the moment. if you watch my, like, look, I'm gonna leave in an hour. Please promise me to continue to watch what I'm doing even harder than ever before. Why am I doing a meme and then a video constantly over the last 60 days on Instagram? And why am I doing a 2-post carousel constantly, where the first one is a meme and the second one is the video that you were accustomed to seeing me just post a video? Why am I doing that? I promise you, it's not for kicks and giggles. It's what is now working of this moment. That can give you the most upside when it's, it's like, if you're the best player in your 6th grade football team, that's good. But when you get to high school, it gets harder to be the best player. And then there's college, and then there's the pros. Instagram now is the pros. If you're gonna really go crazy, you gotta be the best. Whereas other platforms, you could still be 6th, you know what I mean? LinkedIn, first of all, don't forget who's on LinkedIn, why they're on LinkedIn and what they're doing in there. They're looking for business opportunities. So your hard-hitting join my franchise is gonna hit harder in LinkedIn than it's gonna hit even to the same person. If Zach and Jack are just in their phone on LinkedIn versus on TikTok, in one place they're looking to be entertained or look at girls or I don't know what, the other place they're doing business. You the same person or a different person. So you gotta understand that.